Okay, so now we are going to look at multiple levels of independent variables, typically over time. This is pretty common in science. So as you can see here, we have 3 different brands of paper towels. And I've already put the data in just to save us that step. Couple of things we're going to review to find the average, which we're going to need to find the average for all 3 brands. You're going to hit enter. You come up here, hit fx, which is that formula or function. You hit average, you double click on it. Now the key is you only want to have trial 1, 2, and 3. Because we did time in a number, the computer automatically tries to read that, but you don't want to have this time over here. So I do that, and obviously 10 plus 12 plus 11 divided by 3 is 11. So again, save some time. We put our cursor over the box and drag down, and there's all of our averages. So you do that again for each one, and making sure that, that's not going to work. Delete that. Let's try that again. Equals average, double click. We just want those ones. We hit enter. Let's try one more time. Sometimes I hit the wrong thing. Average, double click. Just want these ones. There we go. You know that that's correct. You drag that down. The key is, as you guys can see, sometimes even I make mistakes. It's better to go back and just try it again. Sometimes you hit the wrong button, and that's what causes you to get the incorrect answer. Oh, hold on one second. Let's do, nope, I don't want that. See how it's changing to green? You don't want that because that's just adding it together. So if you start seeing the green button, just exit out and try it again. Average, and then I want just those ones. Oh, let's try it again. Average of these. Still not getting the correct one. Try one more time. Oops, that's a sum. That's not right. Sorry, guys. There we go. There it is. So again, if you come across and you're seeing the green thing, or you're getting an invalid number, just go back, clean out the cell, go back in, and try it again. The steps will work. I must have just kept clicking, and maybe you guys from watching the video realized what I clicked or didn't click. Okay, so now we have our 3 brands, we have all of our averages. In science, unless your teacher tells you otherwise, you're only going to be dealing with the averages. You're only going to graph the averages. So what we need to do is create a results table. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm going to create results table. And I'm going to do time. And obviously we're going to wrap that. And then we're going to have brand A, brand B, brand C. And then our time, all I'm going to do is come over here, copy this, Control or Command C, and then Control V, and just paste it just to save some time. I'm even going to add in my borders. Now the key is, unlike when we copy and paste the time, if you go and copy paste these, the computer's going to read the formula that we had in this right here. See that? The average formula. So what you want to do is you want to Control or Command C, so copy it, and then you want to hit Control and then click, and you want to do paste special. And instead of doing all, you just select values, because all you care about are those values. You don't care about what formula was used to get those values. So you hit OK, and then that's what your computer gives you. So you do that for all of them. Again, you're going to hit Command C, bring it over to brand B, hit Control, and then mouse click, paste special values. And we do that for the last one. Command C, and Control click, paste special, and the values. So there we have. We have our time, we have our values. That's what we want for our graph. So now what you're going to do, because we have time, typically in science you most of the time are going to use what's called an XY scatter plot, because time is in numbers. So you come up here, you go to charts, scatter. You have a couple of options. I prefer, the easiest one is the straight line with the connected dots. That way you're able to see your data points. And as you can see, we have brand A, brand B in red, and brand C in green. Along the x-axis would be our time, and along the y-axis would be the height the water rose. So I'm going to just move this over here so we can work with it. Now obviously this is a great looking graph, it's missing labels, and again how we deal with that, you just come right over here. We can do horizontal, and then we add the vertical. Again, typically looking to do the rotated title, it's more aesthetically pleasing. I'm going to pull all these in first, and then we can talk about it. Okay, so the bottom, oops, all you do is you want to click once, delete axis title, and along the bottom we've already stated that this was in fact the time in seconds. So time and then parentheses seconds. Along this axis over here, this would be the height, the water average height, H2O rows, and then you do millimeters, because you always need to have your units. Now the key here is, and we didn't do this in the other lesson, is obviously it's H subscript 2O. And the way you do that is you highlight it like I have here, hit Control, and then you're going to hit Font, and you just do subscript. And then that creates a little H2O. And the title, again, you want to, with the title, you don't want to list the title of the experiment, rather a descriptive title. So maybe for this one we'll do speed of water absorbed by different brands of paper towel. You might have a shorter one, it might be a longer one. This one works for me. And so right there, and then again you may want to shift this up just a little bit, and then that's what, again, you could copy, open up your Microsoft Word and paste it into there. And then this, unless your teacher tells you otherwise, this would be the table you'd want to put into your lab report. So real quick, before we finish this video, I just want to show you guys how you make, you can see I have the H2O correct here, not correct in this one. So what you do here is you go into the cell, you highlight that 2, Control, hold on, you come down here, highlight the 2, Control, format. Oop, not superscript, that goes high. You want subscript. Oop. And you hit OK. And then you have that. And again, you can also copy, paste. Okay, so that brings us to the end of how to create by having multiple levels of an independent variable, a result table along with the graph.